Hello, it's mine here with Danny. After we've just drawn 1-1 at home to Plymouth Parkway, left that one a bit late, Danny.
Yeah, a little bit late, no good for the ticker. But just what we needed in a roundabout way. Of course, we always want 3 points. I'm not going to say we don't, but after the run we've had, after the long slog away from home, poor defeats in the FA Cup, poor defeats in the FA Trophy. You know, Tuesday night wasn't good at all. To show great character, to keep going right away through the end. You know, they're a good side. That's the best, probably Plymouth Parkway side that I've seen, that I've come across. And it could have gone either way. You know, like I said, it could have gone either way. But we had chances, they had chances. But, you know, just like I say, for Lou to step up in the 96th minute to get the equaliser, you know, brilliant character. And I'm just pleased that we put a point on the board.
Indeed. We were unlucky in the first half as well. Curtis scored a hell of a screamer, but it was borderline offside, I say.
It wasn't offside. I've seen it back already. It wasn't offside. It was Shep that was offside. Shep wasn't involved in the actual build-up, and he took it really well. I think Curtis has come back today, and he looked like the old Curtis Angel, really and truthfully, good at defending. You know, yes, the technical side sometimes lets him down, but he was brilliant today. Like I say, he's been one of my biggest heroes in my managerial career, and I thought he was excellent, along with George Smith as well. But it was good. It's just a nice feeling. I know sometimes it sounds weird, but it felt like a wind in it at the end, especially after the run we've been on. But and the noise in here and the atmosphere was brilliant. The roar when we did equalise. I can't beat it. It's my favourite feeling in football, was making Hungerford Town fans happy. I'm sorry I haven't done it for the month, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that that could be a springboard now for better days.
Indeed, we can hopefully use it as a bit of a turning point, I think. Some good performances, you say, George, Louis, Curtis. You try some different things in a week as well. As they paid off.
Yeah, it did. Like I said, I'm an old school non-league manager. Like I said, my big thing is like trying to have a team that's together. And when you've been on a bit of a losing streak, the word is to bond and to, and to get round each other, look after each other. Some might say it's a little bit old school too much and things like that. But that's the way that I manage. I like my players to be a family and to, like we say every week, go to war for each other and everything. So, yeah, of course, it was a little bit of a different thing I'd done on Thursday night. And all jokes aside, to keep going to the 96th minute, we showed character and togetherness. So I'm going to give Stu, Gaz, Stylo, Hobbo, Joe and myself a little bit of a pat on the back, because like I said, it worked, and we're more than happy, and now we move on.
Indeed. And I know you don't like probably talking about your own achievements, but today was your 1,000th game as a manager in football, starting from Winchester City Reserves, I believe. So quite an achievement, to be fair to you, mate.
Thank you. Like I said, one thing I always say is it's not about me. I don't want the limelight. I don't want anything like that. All I want to do is work hard for any club that I've been at, and immerse myself in any club that I work for. And it is to do 1,000 games before I'm 40 next year. It's longevity and things like that. Of course, there's been times where I didn't feel I wanted to carry on, and there's times where you're on top of the world, and so it's been a right, mix of emotions and a roller coaster. But I've got to say thank you for, my family supporting me all the way through. All my moods ever since I was 21. Being moody and miserable, being on a high. Absolutely everything like that. And the long hours, the journeys, the games watched, the training sessions done. Would I swap it for the world? No, I wouldn't, because that's me, and I love my football so much, and I love my Hungerford Town as well. So, there's been many highs, but one of the biggest highs for me is managing this football club for people like yourself, Martin, and people like I say the committee and the chairman and people like that. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can rack up some more and keep moving forward and keep enjoying my football. Yeah,
I hope so, mate. And your 1,001st game is obviously Weymouth next Saturday. Promised to be a good game as well. They're trying to get right back into form, aren't they? So
they're a massive club, huge non-league club. Weymouth. But we're going to obviously concentrate. What's going to come out of my mouth. I'm going to concentrate on that on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Enjoy, obviously. Tonight, and then obviously we'll move on. So, but we've got to pack this place out. Obviously, it's a fixture that we didn't have in the calendar. So, can we get all the, as much as what we've had here today, and try and get a little bit more? So, the club's working so hard, and it is, and I'll be honest with you, being away from a whole month, cripples any football club. So we've had no revenue, no income, and bits and pieces, only what we put on. So we need everybody here, spending money, lots of beer drunk, lots of burgers eaten, and supporting the lads against Weymouth on Saturday.
We do indeed, mate. Well done today. It was a great game, full of entertainment as usual, and I'll see you again next Saturday.
Cheers, bud. Thank you.